See, you got to understand why we call some of our people coons. Why we call our people coons. Because, sad to say, a lot of our people, you are black on the outside and you are white on the inside. You are a coon. This is who you are. You a cute little cuddly coon. You come to people's door and you're begging for food all the time. You're always running through the garbage all the damn time. I be sick of these fucking coons, man. I really am. I found this older dude and I realized that he's an agent and he's a coon. I liked one of his videos. I subscribed. Then he's going on about the Daniel Penny case and he's talking about thinking, critical thinking. We gotta think. We gotta think. You know what? You can think things to death, and you know what you do? You do nothing. You see, you got to be careful who you watch. You have to be careful who you subscribe to, who you follow. Because a lot of these people are coons. They seriously are. They will tell you to think and think and think in the face of people surrounding you and cutting you off. What do we have to think? We can't over. This dude was going on about the amygdala and our mind and not overstimulating your mind and think. Dude, shut the whole flying fuck up, you old ass coon. Shut up. If you're walking down the street and a bunch of people are reaching out for you to beat you up and rob you, you're gonna think, think. Don't just think. You're gonna think, or are you going to take action? Because if you don't take action, you're gonna be you're gonna be easy pickings. I can't stand these people. I literally can't. You have to understand that you have a lot of agents around you. You really do. These are the same people who sit here and act like Thomas Sowell is something to look up to. This is what I'm talking about. Another one of these babbling, educated pookies who, oh, I'm so educated that I don't see anything wrong. Like, dude, shut up. What kind of weed are you smoking, dude? What kind of drugs are you sniffing, dude? I don't see anything wrong. Dude, seriously? Or the only wrong comes from black Americans and what we do. Oh, so there's not any other groups that do us wrong? Every group has bad actors in the group. What about external forces? What about bad cops? What about bad judges? What about bad politicians who sit here and ask us to vote for them, and when we do, they turn around and they do nothing for us? These dudes never talk about this shit. They never do. They only have a critical eye towards their own people. And there is a reason why. Because I'm not talking about the private black conservative. No. I'm not talking about the black conservative that's not on TV. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about primarily the black conservative that has a YouTube channel or is on these like Fox News. They never ever see these outside forces that are coming against black Americans. They never. This is the reason why we call you a coon, because you just parrot white people's talking points. I fucking hate these people. I really do. I really fucking hate these people. You will never hear these people quote any cases. You will never hear them talk about Sandra Bland. You will never. It's so many names. So many names. Tamir Rice, you will never ever hear these people say Tamir Rice's name. You never will. They'll only talk about money because money is their God. Money is their God. And that's all they want to talk about. They will sit here and act like there's no police brutality in America. And mind you, it's all races of people deal with this bullshit. They will never talk about this shit. They will never talk about judicial cases that have taken away people's rights. All kinds of crazy stuff that have happened in this country. They will only talk about the so-called good because they're fucking grifters. This is all they do. This is all they do. They're just grifters, man. I'm sick of these people. We call you coons because you just pander to white people all day long. Somebody left a comment on this latest coons channel that I'm gonna unsubscribe because he's talking some weirdo ass shit. This old Negro coon. This person said Daniel Penny was trained to put on this chokehold. So was I when I was in the army. And he was also trained to release the chokehold. And why have not the media brought on military experts to discuss this? Seriously, when you watch what is it, MMA, when these people put chokeholds on them, the referee jumps over and immediately tells this person to stop because what? You can quickly go into brain damage and or death. So y'all are sitting there telling me that just because this dude was yelling and saying y'all need to give me food or whatever, that is a fucking death sentence. And then you have black people all over YouTube celebrating this bullshit. He was just protecting people by killing people. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you real quickly. I was mad all day thinking about this shit. It wasn't just the damn food that I didn't get. It was I was thinking about this case all day. You know what? The movie Death Wish is just a fucking movie. I love Death Wish. I love Charles Bronson. I love Joker, the movie. It was another adaptation of Death Wish. You know, the first Joker with what is it? Phoenix was his name? I think it was, right? The first movie. I have that movie. I love this movie. It's just a fucking movie. If you run around killing everybody that screams and makes noise, do we really want to live in a world like this? Do we really want to live in a world like this? I was just protecting him, protecting everybody. So I put him in a chokehold. And explain to me, how would that shit work with me, a black man, a black American man? How would that shit work with me if I just grabbed somebody and choked them to death? Because literally, some guy was begging me at my local 7-Eleven, and then I told him no, and he started screaming, saying "F you." Do you think that they would have given me the same amount of treatment? You think I would have walked if I would have grabbed this dude, choked him out, and killed him? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. You know what? The saddest thing in the world, I was thinking this today. The saddest thing in the world is that your own people will let you down all day long. We know how the white racists are. But to see your own people making video after video after video acquitting this fucking murderer, it's just insane to me. It's insane to me. We swing from extremes. We really do. It's like when Rittenhouse had his had his time, a lot of black YouTubers literally said nothing, or they said, he shouldn't have been there, whatever. Now you see somebody kill one of your own, and y'all are sitting here like, oh, it's he was protecting everybody by killing somebody. You couldn't have grabbed him put your arms around his chest and tie both of his hands behind his back and drag him down to the floor and hold him until the cops come? Seriously? You are fucking defending this shit? I almost went off on somebody that I know personally. I said, I was trained how to do these moves, and I was also trained how to release these moves. I know how to kill, and I know how to release. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all gotta be smarter than this. Y'all gotta be smarter than this. And like I said in the other video, and even if you agree with it, why would you make a video supporting him? Because you're giving him cover. You're giving other of these people cover to turn around and to do it to somebody else. You fucking people, you really, a lot of you black Americans, you really disappoint me. You don't think things through, and you need white approval so bad. There's a lot of y'all, man. Y'all make me sick with this bullshit. Y'all go off on the deep end. I'm a Republican. Great. I'm a conservative. Da, 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 da. But then you just go off on the fucking deep end, and it's just embarrassing. It really is. I was upset thinking about that all day. Like the amount of black people that are making videos supporting this garbage is just ridiculous, man. I'm gonna have to go to sleep. My mind can't turn off. I told somebody that today. My mind just doesn't turn off some days. It just drives me crazy. It really does. To see the amount of our people that are so fucking stupid.